Hi, today I'm gonna play Hozy while I calm down your mind. If this video was recommended for you, so perhaps it's a sign that you do need to listen to kindly words from a stranger. Sometimes the world can feel very hostile, and listening to someone say words of calmness, kindness, easiness can lift us up. I understand that sometimes life can feel very messy. Sometimes we don't know what we are doing with ourselves. Sometimes the thought of the future can frighten us, make us feel desperate. The unknown can be very frightening, right? Sometimes we are scared to disappoint the people we love, the people we care. And sometimes we feel invisible, like no one cares. When we are facing a problem, that's usually what happens. We feel like our life is on hold, as if all the color in the world it disappeared, right? It's very easy to close ourselves, to isolate when we are facing a problem. But I just want to let you know that you're not alone. Somewhere, someone is dealing with the same problem as you, and she might be feeling as lonely as you are right now. Sometimes when I'm facing a problem, the best thing I can do is to step back, take a deep breath, analyze the situation. When I'm calm, when I'm confident, because it's very easy to feel insecure when we are facing a struggle, right? We feel like we are not enough. We feel like everyone's laughing at us. Sometimes we can feel very defensive. Sometimes it's important to cry, you know? It's important to let it all calm down. And I just want to let you know that I want this to be a safe space for you. So if you want to cry, if you want to relax, if you want to take a cup of tea, all of this is valid, you know? If you're having trouble sleeping, so I know that I suffered a lot of insomnia. All the thoughts come at the same time, and we feel like our body is rushing. We just can't stop thinking, overthinking, and then we wake up tired, right? Like we didn't rest at all. I just want to let you know that now it's the time to relax, calm our mind. And if it's being hard to do that at the moment, that's okay too. There's no rules here. We can do everything in our own pace. Because this is our time, right? This is our time to relax and to clear our mind. Sometimes we need that so we can gather a new perspective of things. I know that sometimes we feel like the people that we love the most are sometimes can be very oblivious about what we are going through. It's very hard to tell them because we feel like we are just another problem to them. But it's important for you to know that the people that love you, cherish you, they want to have you well, right? They want you to feel well. They want you to be the best version of yourself. That's what I think, at least, is what I want for the people that I love. I just want to let you know that the problem that you're facing right now, I know it's kinda cliche to say that, like everyone says that, right? That the problem you're facing are temporary. The problem is that they are hurting now, right? Even though they're temporary, we don't know when they will end. Sometimes we don't know if we will survive them. Sometimes I feel like sometimes it's very easy to feel like the problems suck the best version of ourselves. But it's important to know that at the same time we may not be the same after a very serious event. This doesn't mean that we are a bad quality of who we were. Sometimes we are just different, and that's okay. We don't need to be the same all the time. And change can feel very scary, right? Planning stuff can be impossible when we have the feeling that everything can change all the time. So why bother, right? Usually that's the feeling. But I guess I think the effectiveness of planning is also how emotionally it helps us to deal with life, even though we can't be certain that we will be able to actually do what we are planning, right? I'm gonna leave this tapestry, some sort of tapestry behind. I think what I want you to know is that even though you feel alone, it doesn't mean that you should deal with this alone. You can surround yourself with people that actually care. And some of us are not so lucky as to have a loving family, right? So sometimes it feels like we are done from the start, right? We are doomed. But if this is your case, I just want to let you know that, well, that's not true. You can meet new people. You can make your own family. You can surround yourself with people that appreciate you and care about you. And even though you feel trapped, like we just don't have the easy solution, right, to deal with this issue. Well, feeling trapped is awful. I think we can start with that. But sometimes what we need is just a place where we can brighten our perspectives, I guess. When you are in a dark room, it's very frightening. It's very easy to assume that we are alone, that nobody cares. It's very easy to assume we are trapped, right? But when we use a light, things can be easier, can feel easier. Let's put more lamps around. I think this could be a good place to have a lamp, right? At the entrance. Sometimes when we are dealing with a problem, it's hard to simply live our day, right? It's not like we can simply swallow our worries and act like everything's fine. Unfortunately, sometimes that's what the world asks from us, and it can be very unfair. So it's very important to make sure you are surrounded by people that love you and appreciate you. And I bet when you open yourself, you will be surprised about how many people can help us to feel better. It doesn't need to be something extraordinary. Sometimes doesn't even need to solve a problem. But having a hug or a small treat so you can have a better day. All of these are demonstrations of love and affection. I don't know what your love language is. Some people just like to receive gifts. Other people like physical touch. Other people like to give gifts. And I think sometimes when you're not surrounded by people that love you and appreciate you, people that only take and are not capable of giving, I just want to let you know that you are not wrong at being a loving person, of demonstrating affection in your own way. I think you should see it more as a incapability of that person to reciprocate. Maybe she's just not ready for your love, right? We have different backgrounds, so we don't know exactly what kind of relation that person have, and sometimes we do. Sometimes we know that person enough to know, but it feels a little unfair, right? Because even though you know the reasons why that person is the way it is, you still want to feel loved, right? And it's okay to want that. And you don't have to simply continue to have a relation with that person just because you know why she feels the way she feels. I think before we take care of others, we need to take care of ourselves. So if you don't feel like you are in a good condition to help someone, maybe, well, that's fine, right? You are human too. Sometimes it's very hard to know what to do with ourselves when we are not at our best. But I just want to let you know that you have all the time in the world to figure it out. And that's the beauty of life, right? Making mistakes and being accepted by it. I think we should have something at the back at the fire, right? Yeah. It's a little lonely here, but I think it's fine, right? So I hope you have a good day. If you're going to sleep, I hope you wake up rested. I hope you find the strength or the courage to deal with this problem as best as you can. And I will see you in the next video.